Modern guys are slaves to emotion. I feel hungry. I guess I'll eat a bunch of junk food. I feel shy, so I guess I'll just hide in the corner and not talk to anybody. I feel bored. I guess I'll just stop working and play video games all day. I feel horny. I guess I'll just watch the hub and beat my meat for hours. I feel offended. I'm gonna cry about it all day on the internet without actually doing anything to change my own life. Self-control is at an all-time low. And quite frankly, it's pathetic. Many guys in the manosphere like to say that women are emotional and men are logical. Well, in modern times, men are essentially female. Real men control their emotions instead of letting their emotions control them. You, as a man, can literally get anything you want if you simply learn the skill to deny your immediate feelings and emotions and then work for delayed gratification. Self-control and self-denial is literally a superpower for the modern age. First, I want to start off by saying it is completely normal and natural for men to have emotions. The greatest painters, musicians, writers, poets have all been men. The difference is that these emotional men that did great emotional works of art channeled their emotion, took control of the emotions that they were feeling, and then turned it into a great work of art. Emotion is wonderful. Emotion makes life worth living, but men have a duty to control their emotions and what they do when they feel emotions. Because if they don't, society literally crumbles. We need to follow the example of our ancestors. Since time immemorial, any major civilization or religion has countless traditions of ways to teach self-denial. Think of monks that leave their family, leave their homes, and go off to live in solitude at a monastery. They take a vow of celibacy, and they dress in very simple clothes, and they live a very austere and simple life, but they do it in order to focus on something greater than themselves. Certain religious traditions do fasting. There are certain times of the year where they will refrain from eating food, or they will refrain from eating certain kinds of food. Controlling your sexual desire, controlling your desire for food, controlling your desire for wearing fancy clothes. All of these things had certain rituals and rules that were taught and passed down. We as men in today's age have to start taking up traditions similar to this. Now, you can join a religion and start practicing some of these things, or you can start using some of the more modern day equivalents. First one that comes to mind is NoFap. Yes, it doesn't need to be a religious thing. You don't need to commit to it for the rest of your life. But don't you think that it would be valuable to take certain periods of the year and see how long you can go without busting a nut, watching porn, and otherwise being a degenerate? And you can go for a week, see if you can go a whole month, see if you can go for 6 months or a year. Another good modern day practice is intermittent fasting. And this helps if you're overweight. You start eating in a certain window of time every day, and you start decreasing that window to where you are eating all of your food in a smaller and smaller amount of time every day. You learn to deny your desire for food. You may feel a little bit hungry, and you have taught yourself to not instantly act on hunger. Taking cold showers. You take a shower, and after a few minutes, you start turning it to cold, and then you turn it a little bit colder until the heat is completely off, and you sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. Now, don't get hypothermia, but the point of this is, again, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this feeling, but you teach yourself to do it, and you slowly build your resistance up until you can stay in there for a minute or longer. And then finally, pickup. Yes, game. Going out and speaking to girls and asking them for their number. This may seem ridiculous, but I believe that it's the ultimate test for almost every man to be able to go out and deny your feelings of fear, anxiety, not wanting to get rejected, awkwardness, and go and speak to a beautiful girl. Now, not everybody has to do all of these things. Not everybody has to do these every single day of the week, but periodically and for certain periods of your life. So in conclusion, self-denial, controlling your emotions is absolutely 100% necessary for being a man. Everything that you want, everything that you desire, the life that you truly are aiming for is yours if you learn to control your emotions and not allow them to control you. Go out and get what you want, what's best for you, regardless of how you feel. Controlling your emotions is literally a superpower, and you can learn it.